All right, what's going on, everyone? Gonna make this video real quick. Didn't trade today and have some stuff to do tomorrow, but just wanted to go over where we're at with the markets. It does look good. We were talking about YM the other day needing to come back to discount, right, of the weekly the daily overall range, right? We had anticipated, or I was speaking about, right, this inverse down here. And then we also had this daily BISI here. And then with today's price action, obviously we came down, right, to reach discount of X range here, right? And then we end up forming this PSP with today's close, right? Bearish and bullish closure here. And then now currently moving down towards potentially EQ, right, of this wick, previous day EQ for potential expansion to this low resistance liquidity, right? We've got all these stacked, unmanipulated, unswept highs. Obviously, there's this high here that has been swept, which gave us the SMT initially. But when we look at the overall structure here, right, we do have closures going on that allow for continued expansion to the highs. And so that's what I will be looking for going into tomorrow. News-wise, let's see. I can't remember, what do we have? Tomorrow's Friday. We've got 5:30 non-farm, and then unemployment rates. Well, we'll see. But yeah, let's go down to the 4-hour. Yeah, and take a look here at what's going on. So same thing, right? Fractalizing it, right? We could see where does EQ of the range lie here, right? So previous day EQ and this 4-hour gap is located in discount currently of X range here. Same thing, previous day EQ, right? Located in discount along with gap. And then we could even go down here, right? 15-minute. I always say I try to spot this stuff night before. So like obviously can't really predict that low, but something that I have been back testing, right? Where the unmanipulated lows resting either above or in discount, right? Near those key levels, right? So something that I want to pay attention to when I wake up in the morning is how and where is price at relative to this low. And the reason I'm picking this low, right, is because if we look at YM, previous day EQ, right, and if we're looking at where discount is, right, this key level is resting in discount and this is not, right? So does SMT get formed here with YM rebalancing to continue to support expansion? Are we going to get some sort of like, AMD with Asia accumulating? We'll get into London reversal, right? And then expansion, or maybe something completely different. Either way, for me, I want to start. I've been trying to, and I pick the rebalance lows, right? And I try to spot them on the lower time frame to help, build bias overnight. Is also what I'll do here is I'll just mark these out, right? And then I'll get rid of this and this, and then I'll hide those so that I can take my dailies, and then I'll be done. And then also next week I will be doing longer, more detailed breakdowns of the nightly charting, but also during the day. I've just this week and last week been very busy with some things, so have been, more hands off. Anyways, okay, so let's move this. Now we've got our updated PD arrays and levels for the triads here. Also next week going to be working on charting and trading golds. Sorry, not gold, the metals, and then also oil. Has been really good. So let's screenshot this. Always do that. Let me move my mouse here. There we go. Get this done. Like I said, I do apologize. There have been some good setups. There's good setups today on gold as well. That I will probably over the weekend maybe do a video on for myself, as well as, to practice for next week. So let me pull up my Did my journal real quick, got my daily done. Now we can go into 4-hour. And then let me just put these back on. I believe it was here. Yep. And then this guy. And then there was another rectangle here. And then even though I'm just so, it's like, do I need to even be watching ES anymore? You know, it's like I always just minimize it for the recording, but I'll figure that out later. All right, let me just mark this guy. And then we'll move that here. Bam. Get our 4 hours done, and then we'll be off to the races. It does look, the higher time frame looks really clean, if I'm honest, after today's move. And I don't know much about the PSP from GXT. I'm still, I dabble with it here and there. I know the PSP can be a sign of reversal, but I wonder if based on the way the PSP is, that we'll just get a rebalance for continued expansion. And with the way the candle closed too, it looks like a 3-candle model with a continuation C2. Oops. What did I do? Sorry about that. Grab this and then we'll be on our way. Grab that. Okay, cool. Okay, so cool. So we got that. Let's just look again, weekly. And also remember, we just had April 1st, so we had a new month open, right? We have a new month open, which is opening here. Opening here, right? Obviously not going to manipulate the previous month low, so, but with the previous week manipulation, right? We had talked about this prior, right? We have this SMT here, right? In the gap, SMT gap fill. What was it on the monthly? Yeah, here, right? SMT gap fill on the monthly, causing this next move of expansion. That's all I got for tonight, guys. And I will hopefully see you guys in the morning.